Es besteht noch Zeit bis 19:20 Uhr, also tut das, was ihr noch tun müsst, und dann geht es weiter mit das Ende des Fail. Das Ende des Kabukimono. Umgekehrte Schöpfung. Er steht zwar schon, aber eigentlich habe ich ihn nicht gepult, ich habe ihn zufällig bekommen. Lassen wir jetzt mal beiseite, wie das passiert ist. Egal, Vögel verscheucht, gut, wir sehen uns dann um 19:20 Uhr. So, los geht's. Erstmal müssen wir. So. Ich werde während der Quest, denke ich mal, wieder nichts sagen, weil die sagen ja schon selbst was, deswegen. Ich mache halt eine 2 Sekunden Verzögerung rein für diejenigen, die jetzt nicht so gut Englisch verstehen. Das ist ja nebenbei auch eine Folge. So, und jetzt geht's los.
Nahida, we're here! Traveler, Paimon, how have you been? Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, carrying until suddenly the sun was up, and then he decided he wanted to go to Inazuma. The Balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name. You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me? Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset. That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past. But how was he even able to do that? As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality. So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because, well, because he literally changed the world? Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond Tevat. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul, and it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect him. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it. Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that. Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right? Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that, and if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. This story makes sense, every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the Kabukimono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew he'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us, the now erased. There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night, and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree, who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender, and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Mihida's right. Cheer up! How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take him out for a walk to clear his head?
You got it! Come on, Traveler! You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar! That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
There's a few things I'd like to look into. You should go take a walk and try to unwind.
It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
Es gibt nun 3 weitere Zeugen, eigentlich 2. Ach, zum großen Bazar. Nehme ich doch die Abkürzung. Nein, das ist zu weit unten. Ist das nicht schon etwas zu weit unten? Nee, ist noch gerade recht.
Squall Fury!
Hä? Ja, da ist wohl was nicht geladen.
We're here! What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figure. What is it? Have you figured it all out? Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias. And I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetius, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Ich will da nichts sagen, aber Ziel abgeschlossen. Also, ja.
Yeah, this'll do.
He's the balladeer. What are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetius? Isn't that a bit too cruel? Oh, all right.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back. Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with? You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me? I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the city.
Also er ist auch immer noch eine Puppe.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't... No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
Nee, warte mal. Ich will erst das da mitnehmen. Ich will den einmal kurz ausrauben. Hoppla.
Behold!
What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... This is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself be happy.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street! He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
No matter what lies ahead, I'll face it. Whatever it takes. I'm just sorry that you have to join me for the whole thing.
It's time to get ready.
Eine kleine Nebenfrage. Überlebe ich das überhaupt? Nee. So wird's definitiv nix. Naja, egal. Hauptsache Jin ist ein bisschen höher gelevelt.
We may leave at any time.
Dann würde ich sagen, good luck, dass das überhaupt funktioniert. Denn die sind nicht alle auf Stufe 80.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Es kommen jetzt Gegner.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Wo muss ich denn jetzt hin? Nee, ich mag die Dinger nicht.
Not now.
Gut, dass ich leider Schild habe. Ja, Glück gehabt.
Huh? What are we doing back here? Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Da sollten jetzt Gegner kommen.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Scatter! This is bad.
Bullet flash! Illusion shattered! Wind, hear me!
My guiding stars!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Not now. Cole, learn to command.
What an annoyance.
Bullet flash!
Use this first.
Es sollte auch vorgehen, ja.
I
Perfekt.
swear by my sword! Shine down!
Loneliness of death.
Nee.
Well met. Terminate!
My guiding stars!
You can't
Illusion
run.
shattered!
Well,
Bullet flash!
Don't be scared.
Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
I see through you. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. You can't run. I miscalculated.
Illusion shattered!
Go, my duty. At an end.
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. It's the delusion factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer here.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Ist die nicht tot? Wir haben die doch mit eigenen Augen getötet. Zumindest hat A sie getötet.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the Doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never failed to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence?
Och nee.
Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right? Witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Propagate!
Gotcha! The night is cold.
There is no escape!
Majesty.
Power flows through me!
Scatter!
Gotcha! Not now! You can't hide. Winter, shall you play with me? Let me amuse myself a little.
My guiding stars! Stars, shine for...
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Blink! Not now!
I swear by my sword!
Germinate!
Cole, line to command!
You've got me worked up.
Ulti unterbrochen. Leicht.
There is no escape!
Let me amuse myself a little.
Stars, shine for me! And then...
Barbados, guide us!
Go let's play! The more, the merrier. Over here.
You can't run from death.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru. Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the Abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they'd think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Ey, sobald der Drip-Marketing wird, ne? Ey, ich werde so sparen, ne?
Let's move on.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass. Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self. I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours. You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright? No way!
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end. This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
Have you got any more stupid questions? Churn! The wind rises. You're dead. Feeble human.
Nicht wirklich jetzt ein Kampf oder was? Hi. Hab ich nicht mit gerechnet, aber das war eine echt spannende Szene gerade.
At my command, you shall fall.
Eigentlich sollte das fliegen. Egal.
My endless cycle begins.
Was verdammt nochmal.
Too slow. Wretched vermin. Squall fury.
Okay, zweimal drücken ist auch nicht gut.
Too slow. The wind rises. Insignificant pest! Feeble human! Squall fury!
Welche Artefakte hat er eigentlich? Hä? Da habe ich jetzt gar nicht mit gerechnet.
Cry louder! Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too! What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Welcome back, traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the Sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it. Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered. Including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well. I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
glad you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you, too!
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Have you got anything? Are you sure? Oh, all right. If you say so.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Still thinking. Stop rushing me!
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
Kann ich dem jetzt auch nochmal umbenennen? Ich habe ihn jetzt Gara genannt, weil ich habe mich daran gewöhnt, den so zu nennen. Also habe ich ihn auch den Namen jetzt verpasst. Ja. Welche Namen hättest du denn versucht? Also, hast du die Quest schon durch? Oder noch nicht so?
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Ja, Dottore werde ich pullen.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself.
Ja, Kabukimono würde nicht gehen. Das weiß ich auch schon. Scaramouche geht sowieso nicht. Beledier tatsächlich auch nicht. Und dann noch so ein paar, 2, 3 andere Namen.
I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Dottore, einfach Dottore nennen. Ja, nee, wenn Dottore gedrippt-Marketing wird, dann würde ich das sowieso nochmal zweimal überlegen, ob ich den so nenne. Ja, wenn Dottore gegangen wäre, das wäre, ja. Also, das kann man ganz leicht rausfinden, ob Dottore funktioniert oder nicht.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been. No nonsense. I like it. Alright, let's call it a day. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
Duk. Wäre auch eine Idee, ja.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore. So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
Nee, glaube ich auch
Thank
nicht.
you both.
Müssen wir gleich mal gucken.
I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
Ja, wie hast du denn deinen genannt oder hast du die Quest noch nicht gemacht?
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime.
Ja, mein Plan war ja selbst nichts Gara zu pullen, aber es ist dann halt eben so passiert, so nach 2 Zehnerpuls, dann puff. Ja. Dann ist das eben so gewesen.
Life is a story too long to be told. A journey that you must walk to behold.
Ich wollte ja eigentlich nur Faruzan haben, aber ja, dann droppt er mir den Wanderer. Und Faru. Also habe ich beide aus dem Banner gekriegt, die neu sind. Yao Yao habe ich ja jetzt auch, die ist auch neu. Aber halt nur durch das Event, weil ich ja nicht gepullt habe. Ich werde auch jetzt noch nicht reinholen. Weil halt das Risiko besteht, dass ich schon ab PT 5 oder so alle Helfen bekomme. So war es mit dem Beledier ja auch.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
Ja, was hast du gezogen? Jean hast du gezogen, ja, die ich schon auf C2 habe und ich könnte kotzen so langsam, wenn das jetzt wirklich normal passieren sollte. Das ist bisher immer bei den Archonten passiert. Erstens bei Venti habe ich Jean bekommen. Bei Zhongli habe ich sie C1 bekommen. Bei Raiden, das war auch so gemein, habe ich sie C2 bekommen. Und ich dachte mir so, habe ich echt den Pech bei Archonten, die nicht zu bekommen? Aber ich habe ja nicht aufgegeben und habe sie trotzdem bekommen.
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
You sound lost and confused.
Was? Wer ist das?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance. But for anyone else, who can say?
Was, wenn das die Anknauen Gott ist? Das wäre schon ein bisschen komisch.
When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate. Like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
The voice has disappeared.
Wer war das?
And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff? Anyway, that face is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
Ja, das stimmt. Nahida und Raiden ist ein gutes Team. Aber wer war die mysteriöse Stimme gerade? Wer war das? Ich habe die Stimme noch nie gehört. Es bleibt ein Fragezeichen, aber was, wenn es wirklich die Unknown God war? Weiterhin bleibt die Stimme aber ein Fragezeichen. Wer könnte das denn jetzt gewesen sein? Jedenfalls auch eine, die über Erinnerungen eine Menge weiß. Ich glaube, Faruzan kommt noch, die sehen wir noch. Weil die gehört ja zur Akademie und kam noch keiner Weise vor. Umschreibungsplan. Da. Ja, kann auch sein. Ich meine, wir treffen ja sowieso in eines der Danes Life Questen auf die Unknown God. Mal wieder. Und zu bezweifeln ist es nicht, dass auch sie irgendwann mit Drip Marketing rauskommt, sie nicht der Endboss ist. Ein Endboss irgendwann geben wird, mit dem wir überhaupt nicht rechnen, aber dass das immer noch nicht das Ende von Genshin Impact sein wird. Ja, die Charaktere haben ein Endgame, aber mehr auch nicht. Ab dann ist ja sowieso nichts mehr zu tun, außer für immer wieder neue Charaktere Primos zu sammeln. Ja. 7316. Ach, das ist doch eine richtig schöne Zahl. Also, ich bin damit richtig einverstanden, aber damit bin ich noch nie einverstanden. Das sind immer noch 45. Aber das würde mich jetzt wundern, wenn die wieder zu uns spricht. Gibt es noch einen weiteren Auftrag? Also irgendwann müssen wir doch mal auf Haruzan treffen. Die ist in der Akademie. Aber wenn ich da jetzt reingehe, dann startet sich automatisch Olavens Quest. Ja. Und da du ja sowieso jetzt hier bist, kann ich das mit den Steinen da weitermachen. In der wunderschönen Wüste von... Ich habe den Namen vergessen. Hadramavet. Und irgendwo war der Ruinenwächter. Wo war der denn jetzt so? Wo war der jetzt? Wo war der Ruinenriese? Oder wie auch immer ich den nennen soll. Ja, ich weiß, was du meinst mit Fähigkeiten. Also ich wusste schon, dass du das meintest. Aber das ist halt so. Zhongli und Venti sind da jetzt so eher auf Platz 2 gewandert. Wenn die im Team sind. Und dann bestimmte Fähigkeiten benutzen. Jetzt werde ich auch noch angegriffen. Oh, ja. Da ist er. Also Goku, hast du Lust auf die Welt zu kommen? Und den Typen da Platz zu machen? Für eine besondere Truhe. Ich bedenke, das ist der falsche. Frag mich nur eines, wo ist denn der Richtige, wenn das der Falsche ist? Suchen. Erstens, was übrig bleibt, ist es eigentlich so klar, vielleicht aber auch nicht, dass die dann halt wirklich so OP sein sollte, wenn die Unknown God, die wir jetzt einfach mal Kiana nennen, wirklich mit Danes Life irgendwann erscheinen sollte. Es ist nicht zu bestimmen, ob die jetzt die stärkste sein wird mit Danes Life, aber ich denke mal nicht, dass es, dann wird es, denke ich, noch stärkere geben. Aber eine andere Frage, pulst du für Danes Life, wenn er rauskommt? Ja, sag Bescheid, wenn du im Spiel bist. Also ich wäre auf Danes Life auf jeden Fall schon gespannt, welche Attacken der so hat. Bisher kennen wir ihn nur als Story-Charakter. Wer ist denn Bua? Also Traveler oder wer ist Bua? Aber bevor Dainslife und die Unknown God überhaupt als Charaktere erscheinen, wird es so kommen, dass erst die Archonten komplett fortgesetzt werden und die beiden ihre Questen halt so nebenbei zwischendrin haben. Weil das sind ja auch zwei Ankömmlinge. Die sind ja auch nicht von dieser Welt. Dainslife nicht und die Unknown God nicht. Beide nicht. Ich nenne sie jetzt Kiana, weil Paralleluniversen. Also in Mondstadt tatsächlich und in Liebe habe ich mehr aufgepasst. In Inazuma habe ich auch recht gut aufgepasst, aber manche Stellen habe ich wahrscheinlich nicht so gesehen, aber hier in Summe habe ich komplett aufgepasst. Als ich die Quest gemacht habe. Gerade als der Beginn war überhaupt. Ich glaube, ich habe komplett den kompletten Archonten Quest von Sumeru aufgenommen, meine ich. Zusätzlich den Kampf mit Allhaven und Saino. Ist Nahida Bur oder wer ist jetzt Bur? Weil Selbop ist wohl Makoto, die Schwester von Raiden. Die in Honkai noch lebt. Und wenn nicht, wüsste ich nicht, dass Ball wirklich viel mehrere Namen hat als gedacht. Wo ist denn jetzt der Ruinenriese? Irgendwo muss er hier sein. Sehr gut, da ist er. Ja. Woko Lust, Shizuru zu erklären, was die Unknown God ist. Also unbekannte Gottheit, stimmt schon, ja. Also sie hat noch keinen Namen. Außer halt den Namen, den Nahida genannt hat. Ich weiß es jetzt nicht, wie der nochmal hieß. Ich habe ihn jetzt nicht im Kopf. Ja, Ziel erreicht. Würde ich sagen. Wenn das so einfach wäre, wäre das schon komisch. Aber so ein Zweitspieler-Modus in Genshin mit Archonten-Quest und die beiden Geschwister dann gemeinsam, das wäre auch nice. Also, hast du eigentlich auf deiner was hast du auf deiner Traveler drauf? Hast du Geo? Ja. Toll, eingesperrt. Ich hab Pflanze drauf. Und ich suche mal kurz den Ruinenriesen. Wo war der eigentlich jetzt nochmal? Ja, ein paar Pflanzen. Ich habe jetzt Raiden nicht drin, also... Aber du kannst es so fertig machen, denn ich habe Jean dabei. Warum kannst du 3 Fässer erschaffen? Hä? Das kann ja selbst ich nicht irgendwie. Liegt das an den Talenten? Also wenn ich noch ein paar Bilder habe von der Anknarren Gott, dann schicke ich dir die Chizuru, dann kannst du vielleicht mitreden. So, Anknarren Gott, ich glaube, da warst du noch gar nicht dabei. Da habe ich auch noch gar nicht angefangen. Aber hier sind immer mehr Primus, Kolosse. Da ist er. Ist das der da? Nee. Mensch, wo ist denn der mit der Truhe? Das ist nicht der. Nicht der Dude ist das. Hier ist auch nochmal eine Höhle. Aber ich glaube, da war ich schon, ja. Wo ist der Dude denn jetzt? Mit der Truhe. Muss doch irgendwo sein. Der kann ja nicht spurlos verschwinden. Ich mach's so, Chizuru. Ich schick dir ein Bild von der Anknarren Gott und schreibe darunter einen riesen Text, was die ist. Eine Ankömmlinge auf jeden Fall. Du hast ja die Zeit zu drin, ne? Und Cookie halt. Dann nehme ich Raiden. Auf welchem Level hast du halt zu denn? Kann ich gleich sehen. Moment, brauchst du entscheiden. Stufe 86. Nicht schlecht. Weiß nicht, ob das der Dude ist oder es gibt noch einen weiteren Dude, aber auf jeden Fall einer von denen hat eine Truhe. Und zwar eine besondere. Wir hätten eigentlich Shield mitnehmen sollen. Egal.
Shine down. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. A bondage strong.
Ach, nun mein Heal.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
Na, jetzt sieht man auch mal ihr Schwert. Warum sieht man das nicht so gut? Irgendwo muss jetzt so eine Truhe sein, auf jeden Fall. Oder war die weiter unten? Ich habe keine Ahnung, ich habe die zufällig gefunden. Ich habe eine Idee, wie wir sie finden können. Einfach mal dahin gehen. Nee, die patrouillieren da. Also ich denke mal, hier oben muss es sein. Da ist die Venut. Wenn wir jetzt hier bei der Venut sind, sind wir richtig.
Illusion shattered.
Hurts.
Ja, hier ist eine nervige Venut. Wenn wir die schon haben, sind wir richtig. Ich, wo wir sind. Aber jetzt nicht die Truhe, das ist die falsche Richtung. Aber meine Lilopa schlägt an. Irgendwas ist hier. Eine Venut, ja. Wenn Lilopa anschlägt, heißt das was, dass hier irgendwas ist. Gar nicht. Mann, diese Venut nervt jetzt gerade aber echt. Guck wie ein Bohrer da raus. Da hoch? Eventuell kommen wir den Ort jetzt mal näher, wo der ist. Ist das die Truhe da hinten? Ja, Achtung, Angreifer, von hinten, von hinten. Da kommt einer.
Shine down.
Hier ist eine besondere Truhe. Also zwar nicht die, die ich eigentlich suchte, aber egal. Hauptsache besondere Truhe.
There is no escape.
That's it.
Ich bin fast tot.
Illusion shattered.
Gotcha.
Get moving.
We'll meet again.
A reward on the road.
Wasser und Dampf. Eine echt tolle Dekoration. Und ich dachte, ich kriege jetzt mal das Wüstenhaus. Ich brauche ja immer noch ein Wüstenhaus für die Wüstendekoration. Irgendwo sollte das jetzt hier sein. Aber was ist hier? Hier ist es so dunkel. Da scheint auch eine Truhe zu sein. Es bedenke eine Standardtruhe. Ja, kann man nichts mit anfangen. Mal weiter reingehen, damit ich das finde. Ups. Ach du Kacke. Ich komme da nicht hoch. Ich komme nicht hoch. Verdammt. Muss ich das von vorne machen oder was? Schmeiß die einfach ins Nichts. Warum kann ich hier nicht hoch? Also das muss jetzt eine gute Truhe geben. Nee. Warum denn auch? Wir wissen, wie krass Pyro und Stunts sind, ne? Also... Das Thema hatten wir auf jeden Fall schon. Also, wo ist dieser Ruinenwächter? Das gibt's doch nicht. Der kann doch nicht vom Erden spurlos verschluckt worden sein.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Gehen wir mal hier hin. Hier ist es bei der Venut. Ja, wir sollten hier richtig sein. Ja, wir sind richtig. Hab die Truhe. Hab ihn. Hab den Typen. Da ist er. Kann der mal stehen bleiben?
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
Da gibt auf jeden Fall erstmal einen Huhn, ja. Da ist die Tour auch frei. Wohlverdient abholen. Jetzt sagt da bitte, da ist jetzt nichts drin, was irgendwie klein ist oder so. Nee, dann kannst du das echt kein erzählen. Eisen, Sand und Goldmünzen. Was zum Geier ist das? Nee, nicht Charaktere. Wird mal nachgeschaut. Was ist das?
All the world holds dear.
Das ist einfach nur so eine komische Wand. Also, ich habe noch nicht alle besonderen Truhen in der normalen Wüste. Es geht um ein Haus, das ich suche. Ein Wüstenhaus. Eines habe ich hinter dem Hauptgebäude hier gefunden. Hier hinter. Das war das große Wüstenhaus. Dann gibt es noch ein etwas kleineres davon. Wüstenschlaf. Und diese Truhe habe ich auch noch nicht gefunden. Die andere Truhe habe ich nur mit Hilfe eines Videos gefunden, weil ich hier nie hintergeguckt habe, dass hier irgendwas ist. Offenbar ist hier eine Truhe gewesen. Und das andere Wüstenhaus, wo sich das befindet, weiß ich nicht. Aber in King Dash's Pyramide müssen wir sowieso rein. Für eines dieser Teile hier. Ich habe ja schon 2. Ich weiß nur nicht, wo sich dieser Raum hier nochmal befindet. In der Pyramide. So ein Ding ist das halt. So muss es aussehen.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Und das Ding befindet sich in Mechanismus verstehen, Dejin, dies, dasjeniges, ja, ich weiß. So, wo ist das hier jetzt? Ich glaube nicht, dass, wenn wir sie als Charakterin haben, wirklich sie mit Würfeln um sich schießt. Aber das wäre schon geil. So Pyro-Würfel. Ich meine, ein Pyro-Element ist das jetzt nicht. Schließlich kann sie damit alles machen. Shield. Alles Mögliche. Ich glaube nicht, dass du darauf kommst. Ah, doch. So, und... Okay. Die geht da einfach runter. Wie man ja am Anfang gesehen hat, kann die sich ein Schild machen aus den Würfeln. Archonten-Diskussion. Also fangen wir mal an. Ja, wo ist dieses Ding hier? Wie sieht das denn aus, wenn ich das suche? Ist das nicht in der Pyramide drinne? Von King Dashwood? Einmal Buch nachschauen. Was heißt Buch? Na gut, man kann die Steintafel als Buch ansehen, aber ist kein Buch. Dies ist es nicht, dies ist es. Ja, Creeper sind auch ein Bug von Minecraft tatsächlich. Dieses Mob wurde eigentlich nie hinzugefügt. Die sind ein Fehler in Minecraft. Also das kann ich so sagen, weil ich halt den Livestream damals verfolgt habe und dachte mir so, okay, ja, Creeper sind nicht gewollt. Die sind ein Fehler. Genauso wie Herobrine war damals auch ein Fehler. Auch ein mystisches Wesen in Minecraft. So, und welches von diesen Dingern ist das jetzt? Ist das auf der Pyramide drauf? Arus Spiegelbild? Große Halle der Wahrheit? Da verfolgen wir das Ding mal. Gehen wir da mal hin. Auch was Neues für Chizuru. Ja, das ist die große Halle. Moment, Staub mischen. First try lande ich da einfach ganz bequem und geschmeidig, ohne hier runterzufallen. Denn da unten ist nichts mehr. Da unten ist nur noch Wasser. Warum die nicht aufgestanden sind, weiß ich nicht. In den Kampf wollten sie nicht aufstehen, als ich die Quest gemacht habe. Ob sie es jetzt tun, ist die Frage. Warum dreht sich das Ding eigentlich im Stottern? Müsste sich das Ding nicht flüssig drehen? Ist mir schon vorher aufgefallen. Stopp! Das müsste sich eigentlich flüssig drehen. Warum leckt das sich beim Drehen? Das hängt sich gefühlt auf. Oder weil es so eine alte Maschine ist. Die älteste Technik. Ja gut. Die älteste Technik ist hier die modernste Technik anscheinend. Dann gehen wir mal da hoch. Ja. Und irgendwas hat das hier auf sich mit den Plattformen. Also, A, die hier ist letztens verschwunden. B, da hinten ist irgendeine hoch und runter geflogen. Bist du noch da unten? Oder kommst du da nicht hoch? Ja, ich glaub's auch. Bewegst du dich, Plattform? Oh, die verschwindet anscheinend. Soll das so? Das ist jetzt die nächste Frage. Du musst da durchgehen, wo ich durchgegangen bin. Halt bei der großen Halle durch dieses Riesentor da, was da steht, wo du auch am Anfang der Quest durchgehst. Hier ist eine Steinplatte. Bist du jetzt oben? Also bewilligt ist es, dass man hier hochkommt. Sonst muss ich dann immer runterkommen und ja, du siehst doch dieses Riesentor, das so leuchtet an dem Dings da. Halt an dem Baum da. Also kann man es Baum nennen? Nee, ist kein Baum. Ich glaube, ich hab's gleich. Ein tolles Rätsel. Davor, was ist das hier? Ein Ansehensauftrag. Eigentlich müsste bei dir da unten, also ich kann es dir jetzt im Buch zeigen, genau so ein Tor stehen wie bei mir. Hast du die Quest schon, ja, ich glaube, du hast die Quest schon fertig, ne? Dieses Tor musst du halt durchgehen. Ich weiß nicht, warum das nicht geht. Ich glaube, wir hätten gemeinsam durchgehen müssen. Ja, dann gehen wir dann mal kurz mal gemeinsam durch. Erstmal mache ich das Ding hier weg. Diese Plattform stört mich nämlich. Die hat hier nichts verloren. Anscheinend müssen die alle weg, damit sich hier Aru entwickeln kann. Okay, so kriegt man auch keinen Schaden mehr. Es ist eine neue Plattform erschienen. Meine Damen und Herren, es ist eine neue Plattform erschienen. Ah nee, das kriege ich hier sowieso nicht hin ohne Venti. Wir treffen uns in der großen Halle. Zurück zur großen Halle. Ich denke mal, wir müssen da gemeinsam durchgehen. Dann sollte das eigentlich funktionieren. Ich meine, du kommst auf deiner Pyramide offensichtlich auch hoch. Warum sollte das dann hier nicht gehen? Ja, das Hochklettern, das kannst du gleich vergessen. Das funktioniert wohl nicht so ganz. Weil die Pyramide ja schräg auf dem Kopf ist. Also ist ja auf dem Kopf, ist ja einfach umgedreht. Das war auch mein erster Versuch damals, als ich da noch nicht hoch konnte. Und dann habe ich gemerkt so, oh verdammt, da wird man definitiv nicht hochkommen. Man kann es ja versuchen. Mit ein bisschen Glück mit Venti könnte man es hinkriegen. Oder Scara, wenn man ihn halt sein Talent da hochgestuft hat. In den Dingen halt dadurch. In die Mitte. Das ist das Tor nach oben. Die Eintrittskarte zumindest. Davor gibt es noch eine weitere Ebene, aber da kommt man nicht mehr hin. Sobald ich das Ding betrete, bin ich nämlich oben. Also, du siehst das Ding? Bist du jetzt mit hoch teleportiert? Ich glaube, du musst bei deiner Pyramide selbst einmal durchgehen. Das kann auch daran liegen. Ich habe das auch so verstanden erst, so wo ich durch meine eigene Pyramide gegangen bin, war ich auch auf einer anderen Welt. Wollte durch die Pyramide gehen, das ging nicht und dann dachte ich mir so, okay, das muss da garantiert daran liegen, dass meine Welt nicht ganz kompatibel ist. Warte auf mich! Verdammt, Aufzug. Ja, dann weiß ich nicht, warum du nicht hochkommst. Also ich sehe die Quest hier oben erst jetzt und ich weiß nicht, wie ich da hochkommen soll ohne diesen Aufzug. Gehen Sie hoch. Jedenfalls fällt das Ding runter. Und ich weiß nicht genau, wie ich das machen soll. Portable in TP. Wie craft ich denn die Dinger? Oder kann ich diese platzieren?
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Also, dann müsste ich das Ding erstmal craften oder ein Rezept dafür haben, wahrscheinlich. Ich denke nicht, dass ich die Dinger habe, wenn, dann müsste ich mir die halt tatsächlich ercraften. Im Kreis rumrennen, damit das funktioniert. Einmal umdrehen. Ja, ich hab's verstanden. Hehe, ich hab's nicht geschafft. Stattdessen sind die Plattformen jetzt so ausgerichtet, dass hier gar nichts mehr geht. Mann, bin ich schlau. Wo gibt's denn so ein Rezept für so einen Teleporter? Warum geht das nicht? Stimmt. Ich weiß, warum das nicht geht. Ich muss die alle gleichzeitig irgendwie aktivieren. Und dass das Ding da still hält. Also einmal im Kreis rennen, um 3 Dinge davon zu aktivieren. Okay, Herausforderung angenommen. Dann, 1. Schaffe ich das überhaupt? Sollte machbar sein. Zwei. Nein. Die steckt fest. I have a stuck. Nein! Ja, okay, das können wir ganz vergessen. Damit ist die Mission auf jeden Fall gescheitert. Ey, jetzt komm da raus. Sag mal. Ich hab's hingekriegt. Ich hab's hingekriegt. Mich irgendwie zu stacken. Ja, diese kleine Schläfe hier, ne? Die hätten sie auch noch. Ja. Ich komme hier nicht mehr raus. Jetzt gar nicht mehr. Es geht nichts. Nicht mal Ulti geht. Ja. Hier. Auf jeden Fall das Thumbnail haben wir jetzt. Heute im Stream. Raiden A hat sich ja, steckt fest. Hat sich festgestackt. Ja, es ist nichts mit Bewegung mehr möglich. Ich kann doch nicht mal Charaktere wechseln. Indem man rennt und vergisst, ja, hier könnte ja eine Lücke sein. Und dann fällt man da auch noch durch. Währenddessen die Ausdauer auch komplett kaputt ist. Hast du es geschafft, hochzukommen? Nee. Ja, damit geht das Ganze wieder von vorne los und ich muss zurück zum Hof. Wo bist du denn jetzt? Du bist nicht oben drauf, oder? Um zwei, ja. Funktioniert das denn? Also gelingt das eventuell? Also ich sehe, dass du dich bewegst, so ja. Verfolg dich einfach mal. Kurz mal Stalking machen. Währenddessen ich da feststecke. Ja, irgendwie ist das wohl möglich, auf Kristall zu kommen. Ich beobachte das Ganze. Ich weiß, wo der Kristall so sitzt. So. Ist ja nicht klein, das Ding. Ja, ja, das läuft definitiv morgen anders. Na dann. Gute Night, Chizuru. Und ja, schlaf du auch gut. Hast du es geschafft, Boko? Oder ist das noch ein bisschen kritisch? Ja, ich bin der Erste, glaube ich, der das hier geschafft hat. Denn Raiden A ist stuck. Setzt sie sich auch noch mal von selbst zurück? Anscheinend nicht. Ich sehe da keine andere Lösung als zurück zum Hof zu gehen. Anders kommt das gute Fräulein da nicht wieder raus. Ist doch ein perfektes Bild für Thumbnail. Würde ich dann aber so machen. Muss ich halt nur irgendwie abfotografieren. Und zwar so, dass es passt. Oder wir lassen es einfach so und dann ist es als perfektes Thumbnail gedacht. Gut, würde ich dann jetzt auch mal so um 22. Streamende machen. Bis 15 Uhr bin ich noch in Genshin Online. Also wenn ihr Freundschaftsanfragen schickt, dass ihr die anderen Folgen so gesehen habt, dann kann ich die dann annehmen. Nur nicht zu viele, irgendwann ist voll. Na dann. Passt das ja als Thumbnail, würde sagen. Bis zur nächsten Folge. Bis zum nächsten Stream. Lasst ein Like da. Bis dahin und ciao, ciao.